Let's talk pink princesses! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rose, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about pink princesses, their care and propagation, and I'm gonna take you on a ride of a lifetime where I started this project in August 2020 and I'm finishing it now July 2021. So you're getting a lot of growth updates. First of all, a little bit about the care. You'll see how I propagate these later on in the video, but in general, I grow them in soil in my airy soil mix, which is soil with bark and perlite, and you can find that in this corner, pointing with the plant. That video, check it out if you want to know more about my soil mix. I let them dry out a lot between watering, which means that if it's a really sunny day, I have to water more often, or if it's a little bit less sunny. Today it's pretty gloomy. That means that I don't have to water as quickly again. Most of all, I give these a lot of light and a moss pole as support, something to hold on to. Although these ones don't have that, they are okay without, but I know they grow bigger leaves quicker if you do give them support. So I might have to give this one a little bit of support soon. I try to fertilize every other week or maybe every month, mostly because I just forget. And I've started to switch up different fertilizers. So 1 month I will use a liquid gold leaf, and then I will use a little bit of Poke-On organic houseplant fertilizer. By switching it up, it can really help the plant to get everything that it needs. So that's something I'm testing out with. Some of my friends that are experts told me this, so it's not my knowledge or my advice, it's just something that I am experimenting with. Ooh, and if you don't know, pink princesses are very prone to getting stuck when they're growing a new leaf. So I do prefer to have these in a little bit higher humidity, although they don't need it necessarily. But by having them, this one is in my terrarium normally, that means that it's easier to slide out instead of getting stuck and doing a little circus dance as the leaf comes out. Let's go ahead and skip 11 months back in time to see how my pink princess propagation experiment started. Here is baby pink princess. She had some beautiful leaves, as you can see, but then there is hardly any pink in here, some little spots. And below there, I know there is great pink in the stem because she had some half moon leaves before. So we're just gonna take it slow. This top cutting, we're gonna cut maybe here, I think. Can you see that? There is some aerial roots there, or maybe just one lower, because that has great aerial roots, and pop her in perlite. And why I'm using perlite is because I had heard from some friends that they had great success with it. If you want to know more, check out the videos by the plant's meow, Ella. She has a lot of extensive videos about this. And also my friend Georgia on Instagram has had great experiments and great results with propagating in perlite. And before this, I had not such good results with propagating in general. I tried water and moss and soil and nothing worked for aeroids. I actually killed a few variegated monstera cuttings because I was trying to root them, but it didn't work. So this was my first experiment trying it with philodendron. All right. So that's gonna dry out first because it's bleeding. It's bleeding all over me. Can you see that? Pink princesses have a red juice. So we're just gonna let that sit and dry for a little bit and then see what she does with the rest of it. Because in here now, hold on, we've got this plant that could activate a node from right back here, which is actually not great. But then I'll cut it back a little bit more if I need to activate that pink over there. Yay! Fingers crossed. Today is August 31st. I have a little update for you on the Pink Princess project. This new leaf has opened on the cutting. So apparently it is growing. There are little bits of pink on it. Oh, focus. Not a lot, but still. And then on this one, you can see, hopefully, there's a little point growing out of the top node. So that's super exciting. Another update on the pink princesses. Today is September, I think 16th. And look, this was the newest leaf before. Oh, can we see? There is another new leaf, and let's take it out for you. Look at how many roots are in there. And they're fuzzy and pink and beautiful. and I love it. So that one is doing great. The top cutting, first time I think I have kept a top cutting alive, maybe. It's horrible. And then the original plant, the mama plant, is opening a leaf right here. Is it? Yes, it is. I touch my plants, okay? Don't come for me. It's my plants, it's my choice. So once that is open, I'm gonna cut back to the next node, pop that up in perlite, just like the top cutting, and then we'll see what else grows. So that's super exciting. And I just wanted to show you, I don't know if I can, I repotted this baby recently, and I noticed that the stem here, I don't know if you can see, but right there, it's super pink. And that node is actually activated. I just noticed that now. So I'm really curious to see what we're growing from this mama plant. But there's lots of beautiful pink genes in there. Super excited to see it. And look, the new leaf, I don't know if you can see that, has some nice pink in there. So we're gonna cut it back one node. Just, oh, hold on. I want to make sure that I get the aerial roots that it's got, but also that I keep the next node safe. So I'm gonna cut it right here. It's hard to see because it's so dark. But these aerial roots are connected to the top part. And then here, just in there. Here we go. So that's another cutting. It already has one leaf. And hopefully these aerial roots will grow quite quickly. I wonder how this trick is gonna work. I'm very curious. So now this leaf, its node that is hidden below there, is hopefully gonna be activated. Just to make sure, because I can't look in there. Do we see anything yet? No, not yet. It doesn't have as many aerial roots, so I might cut that one more node down once it starts to grow. But we'll see. First, we need this node to be activated. Also, an update on the other one that came out with this leaf as it was growing in perlite. It's now got another leaf that is, ooh, that looks nice. I haven't looked at this yet. That's about to open. See that pink there? And it's really well rooted, so that's great. I think we're just gonna pop her up in this little glass. Just like that. Oh, cheers. So perlite, there we are. I poured some water in it, and then also I poured it back out because you don't want it to be too wet. I put a little stick to keep the plant stable. It was a little bit wobbly, and now we're just gonna put it right next there to the other pink princess that has amazing roots, as you can see. So yay, here we are. The mama plant, the teenage plant because it's already rooted and growing, and then the baby plant. You can't really see it very well. Sorry, perlite dust. You can't really see it very well, but you can see the huge difference in perlite color here. Let's hope it keeps growing. Today is October 6th. It's about time for another Pink Princess update. They are doing amazing and I can't wait to show you, so let's have a look. This is the first propagation I took. Let me take it out. There are a few new leaves as you have seen before. Not much pink on this one, but lots of roots. And I noticed that it actually has stopped growing. There's no movement in this new leaf. So I checked with my friend Georgia and she said it is time to repot when the plant stops growing. So I'm gonna try that. And she said we can actually now repot it into my preferred soil mix, which is soil with bark and perlite. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna repot this. But first, let's look at the other ones as well. The second cutting I took has opened this leaf with a nice amount of pink on there. And then the newest leaf has a lot of pink. It looks very pretty with a line all the way down to the stem. And it's also, ooh, it's actually rooting quite well. I hadn't seen how much yet, but look at that. There's nice fuzzy pink roots growing. So that's a great sign. This just looks very adorable. I love it. I'm very happy with this one. And lastly, the mama plant, which is now cut back all the way down to this beautiful leaf that is also growing very well. As you can see here, there is a new growth in this node that I'm very excited about. There is new growth here as well. There is new growth here. And then down the stem, there's also some nodes that you can't really see, but here, that's another one. So that's gonna be great. As soon as this leaf opens, I'm gonna cut it back. As soon as this leaf opens, I'm gonna cut it back there, and so on and so forth until we have a lot of little pink princess babies. I can't wait to see what the new leaves on these will look like, because more down in the stem, there's actually a lot of pink, so I can't wait to see what those growth points look like. It's finally time to cut a few more cuttings off the pink princess and give you an update on the other cuttings that are doing really well. So let's show you the baby first. This is the cutting that I most recently took with the beautiful pink leaf that came out here. Hopefully you can see that it is rooting quite well in perlite. I'm very happy about this. I hope it throws some more pink because it's looking really good. The other plant that I had in perlite, I actually moved upstairs into soil because it was so root bound in the perlite that it really needed a transfer. Maybe I showed you that. So now let's get the mama plant. Oh, there's a little baby growing here that's adorable. There is a tiny pink leaf right there. So cute! So we're gonna cut off two today. This one already grew a leaf and a new leaf is on the way, as you can see here. And then this one as well. So we're gonna take two cuttings today. I sterilized my shears, my cutters, pruners, whatever. How am I gonna show you this properly? I wanted to cut off the whole thing first, so I actually have some better angles to work. And let this sit here for a moment. So it looks like all the nodes actually have already been activated. So this next one, you can see there's a point already. Here is a point. So this is gonna go great. I'm gonna cut it all the way back to here probably in this process. This can go straight back in. Now this one, I need to make sure it doesn't drip on me because the pink bleeding is quite gross. So this is gonna be cut into two as well, hopefully not hurting the rest of the plant. I hope you can see this. I'm gonna go right in between, trying to not cut the wrong things. Yes, there we go. Oop! Already bleeding on me. So now we've got this one with some nice aerial roots, a new leaf and a second leaf on the way. It's gonna go into, I think I'm gonna use Ceramis today instead of perlite, just because I have it ready. This is Ceramis. It's a little bit like leca, only smaller bits, and it feels really nice. It's a little bit light pink, and then when you water it, it gets darker, like this. Ooh, that's a lot. But it's easier to see when it needs water than with perlite, which just stays white when you water it. And then this beautiful half moon leaf with a new baby leaf with a tiny bit of pink is gonna go in its separate pot. Also Ceramis, I think. I actually just took the main leaf off because it came off quite easily, and because there were some roots growing on the baby plant that got stuck in the mama leaf. I already ripped half of that leaf off to be able to even have this emerge because it got a little bit stuck, so it's fine. Just making sure that the roots are pointing downwards because I think it's really annoying when they're pointing up and then they're growing up and out of the pot, which they do a lot for me. I haven't really let these cuts dry, but I think it should be okay. Second one. These roots are definitely gonna grow upwards because they are facing up, but I guess it will be okay. I hope it will be okay. I really like the feel of Ceramis so far. I've just started using it yesterday, so don't ask me for my experience, but I've had lots of comments from friends who've used it before and really like it, so. All right, 2 new pink princess plants on the way. I'm gonna water them and put them back in the terrarium to help them root on the heat mat. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on how they are growing. Here is Mama Plant right now. As you can see, hopefully, there goes a drip. She's bleeding, but that's okay. Here is another baby she's throwing out at the bottom that I already tried to show you. Oh, look at the blood. That's gross. There's the pink leaf. Now I know for sure that you can see it. So we have a few more nodes to go. This is the one that I showed you before, but now it's in the grow light, so maybe you can see it better. Really nice bright pink on there. And then here are the two babies sitting. I do think it looks a little bit less nice with the Ceramis rather than Perlite. Perlite is nice and white, but if it works, then I'm not complaining. Let's see how they do. Hey, it's me. It's been about 8 months since that last video that you just saw. Somehow I lost the footage of the last 2 cuts that I did. I think I'm filming too many different YouTube videos at the same time. I should be a little bit more organized with my footage. Really sorry about that. And somehow I kind of lost interest in this video. I figured you guys wouldn't be interested in seeing it, so I kind of forgot about it, and I do that with a lot of projects. But thanks to my patrons and my YouTube members, they tell me, no, we actually want to see that video. We're interested in this topic, which is why I'm now editing some of the quite old videos that I filmed, like the Hoya collection tour of the Botanic Gardens, which you can find here. I just put that out. And this one as well. So we're doing a really big skip forward to see what the plants look like now, and I might actually propagate them again. By the way, my Regale Reggie is getting a little bit too tall for the terrarium, so I actually have the big leaf outside of the terrarium for now to see how he likes the ambient humidity. So that looks quite funny. There's some more cool plants that I show you in my other videos, which you can check here. But Pink Princess Mama is back there. Let's get her out. So this is her. I actually stopped chopping her before the end because it looked so nice. Let me just get the predatory bugs out of here for now. There are some thrips in my terrarium, unfortunately. I had thrips this year in my tent, in my living room, and now that I thought I was finally done with them, they showed up in my terrarium, so that was fun. Here you can see the main stem of the plant. I hope you can see that. This, and as you can see, this node grew this whole plant with a beautiful half moon leaf, and it also had a full pink leaf here, but those unfortunately don't last very long, so that's browned and died off. And then the top part, the top node also grew a little bit less than the other one, and no pink, right? Yeah, just little splashes of pink, not much. And then on the side here, one of the pups grew out a lot with, again, not a lot of pink. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is with pink princesses, but they're so fickle. And then here, one of the bottom nodes is also starting to grow, and there's some pups over here. This one is actually beautiful. I hadn't seen that yet. With a half moon baby leaf on there. I kind of decided to just leave this one be and have this be the plant that I have with nice pink sometimes, but not a lot, but to stop propagating it more and more. I might actually chop this one up because it might give the plant a little bit of stress so that it might create a little bit more pink. And since this growth doesn't do anything for this beautiful part, should be okay. Maybe. One of the tips to get more pink in your pink princess is to give it more light. So that's what I've been doing. They're actually in the greenhouse now, which we'll go to after. And one of the other tips is if you don't have any pink for a while, to cut it back because it creates a stress hormone in the plant, which then may reactivate the pink that is more in the base of the stem. Let me know if you've heard those tips before or if you have other tips to make pink princesses more pink. I'm no expert, as always. I'm saying this always. I'm just experimenting and sharing my results of my experiments, my experience. Welcome to the greenhouse. This is where the other propagations live now, and I brought Mama out so that she can hang with her babies just for fun and for the thumbnail later on. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 propagations, and actually one of them died, which is the one with the half moon leaf. I don't really know why. It just never really rooted and then just shriveled up and died. It was in the exact same conditions as all the other plants, so it's a mystery to me, but it doesn't matter because we have some other ones that are doing great. The tallest one actually is the second propagation, which is interesting. I tried to figure out which is which because it's been so long, but you can see here that beautiful leaf with the pink line down to the petiole. that's still here, the original leaf that it grew. There's some leaves that have broken off because I touched my plants, like I said earlier. It's okay, I'm okay to deal with that. And there's one that I cut off here because it was rotting a little bit. And let's see, this actually does look really pink. My boyfriend said, oh, that's a pink princess. It's pink, but that's from, I think, either it dying off or too much light. So not the kind of pink that we like. I do see some pink in the stem here though, so that's a good sign. The other thing I wanted to show you, in the greenhouse, sometimes it gets really warm. And when I forget to open the doors when it's hot, this is what happens. This also happened to our banana. My boyfriend was very upset. I burnt his banana leaf, but also this one. So you can see it looks really sad, but who knows? It might be the boost that it needs with light. The new leaf is okay. It's looking okay. A little bit burnt, but fine. So that's the biggest one, the tallest one. I'm not quite sure which is which, like I said. So these, I'm just gonna show you. This one has small bits of pink, but like really small. Or what I noticed is a lot of mine make pink, and then I'm super excited when it's unfurling, but it's only the back of the leaf and not the front. See? So that's a little bit disappointing. No pink on this one either. What I heard from a friend slash mystery man slash plant expert is that when I chop it back, that should, like I said before, activate some kind of stress hormone and then help the plant to go a little bit more pink, because it does have pink in the base of the stem. Not just the petiole, but actually the stem. So I might chop this back. That is interesting to see. I had not seen that yet before. This is the other one. We're going from big to small. This one has some pink, both in the back and the front. Another leaf that I broke off or that got stuck from unfurling pink princesses are very, very likely to get stuck as they're unfurling, which is very annoying. I'm very happy that my boyfriend sprays in here often to keep the humidity up so that they have a little bit of an easier time. But even when they were in the terrarium, which is 99% humidity most of the time, okay, a little bit less maybe, but they still would get stuck. So this one also has some pink on the back of the leaf. See the little dots? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know yet. What do you think? Should I chop these and start a new propagation, or should I leave them? I don't want 6 pink princesses. I'm happy with my mama. So tell me what you think I should do. This smaller one, I think this is one of the last ones that I had. It's currently unfurling a new leaf. There we go. I'm helping it out again because I cannot help myself. It doesn't look like it has much pink. Actually, this plant doesn't look like it has any pink. Well, there's a little bit of like splashes, but basically, yeah, not a lot of pink, only bits like that. If you can see that even. By the way, this beautiful drawing someone made for me, I'll link her Instagram below. She can actually make you custom drawings like this one of your cats or your plants or together. This is not sponsored, but as you can see, it's amazing. Oh, and this sweater is my favorite sweater. I wear it in a lot of videos. It's designed, this image is designed by my friend Jess from Fertilizer Queen on Instagram, and you can buy her merch on her website, fertilizerqueen.com. I'll link it below. So this was gifted to me, but they don't pay me to say this. I just love these products and this artwork so much that I'm happy to share about it. We have one more to look at, and that's this one. And I'm thinking maybe this is the first propagation that I had. I'm not quite sure. This is definitely a very thick stem, as you can see here. And all of the pinks have got, all of the leaves have gone a little bit pink from probably the lots of light that they're getting in the greenhouse here. There's a little bit of pink on the back of this leaf, but then not a lot for a while. There's even a dead fly on this leaf. That's what you get in the greenhouse. There's a lot more bugs here, which is interesting. And when I grabbed these plants to show you the update, I actually noticed that this new leaf is amazing. It's so pink. So much more pink than any of the leaves that I've had before, except for the half moon leaves, of course. Check this out. Where did this come from? Look, so much pink. And it's really, really bright as well. Sometimes the pink leaves that I had were a little bit light pink, but this is super dark bright. It's beautiful. And the back also has some pink. I'm trying to be really careful because obviously I don't want to break this one off. That would be a shame. Where did that come from? There's literally zero pink, 0, 0. You want me to keep going? Oh, I'm lying if I say 0 because there's a little splash. But that's amazing. So this one is definitely going to stay as it is. Maybe this is the result of it moving into the greenhouse and getting all that light. I'm not quite sure, but if it is, I'm definitely going to keep all my pink princesses here because this is just beautiful. And this is what I would want a pink princess to look like. I'm trying to show you properly. There we go. That's better. Can you see it? Just a quick word on my experiment with perlite versus ceramis. In my experience, they pretty much work the same. I prefer the look of perlite because it's nice and white, of course, but I kind of prefer ceramis a little bit over it in the use and the ease of seeing that it needs water. Just wanted to give you that update because I didn't mention it in the videos earlier, but both had great results with rooting philodendron. And that's it for this Pink Princess video. Let me know what you think and if you enjoy these videos where I do a time lapse or like a time jump, I should say, with an update on how the propagations are doing. I would love to hear if you like it because I would love to make more. I personally really like them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and consider subscribing to my channel, maybe joining my Patreon or my YouTube membership if you're interested in a little bit more chatting with me and secret updates on the projects that I'm doing and getting a say in which ones I'm actually editing, like I said before. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Waving with pink princesses. Bye! And I noticed that it had, I can't talk anymore, with a nice, sorry. If you want to check them out, plants, if you want to know more, definitely watch videos by, if you want to know, my eye is twitching. This is what happens now when I get tired. My eye starts to twitch and it's super annoying. Time for a nap. Bye, friends.